Hello and welcome guys. So we will start our graphics design course by learning Adobe Photoshop first. So I usually use Creative Cloud to download all the Adobe softwares. As you can see, I have all of them over here. You can use this or maybe some external website, I don't know, to download the Photoshop software. Once you have it, you can double click on it and it will open this screen for you. For me, it has opened up a couple of my, previous projects that I was playing around with. So once you have this screen open, all you need to do is just go to create new file. Just click on it. Uh, so over here, you guys will see a lot of options. You will see your recent files, your saved files, a couple of other, options like web, mobile, film and video, art and illustration and whatnot. In this section over here, you will see either your custom editing that you have done or the default Photoshop size. On the right hand side, you will see the name of the file. You will see, how you want to adjust it, the width, the height, the resolutions, the color, the background, how you want it to be oriented. And, like if you're working with the website, you can use pixels. If you're working with, I don't know, print or something, you can use inches and whatnot. But for now, just click on default Photoshop size and you just click create and okay, so it will open this screen. So what we're going to do first is actually I am going to go to Windows, to Workspace, and I'm going to change this to Workspace Hamza Reset Essentials. Okay, so we have basically what happened was that because I already used Photoshop, I had changed the settings according to how I want them to be, but right now I have just resetted the settings to probably what you will see on your screen the first time when you open the Photoshop software. So what we're going to do over here is that right now you're seeing the default settings, but I'll adjust them again to how I like to use them, and you can do the same thing, or you can, find your own workflow and arrange them to your own liking. But first, let me explain you all how to interact with the interface. Okay, so at the top we have this bar around here for the menus and adjusting options, so you guys can like choose from a lot of menus, menu options and adjust and stuff. In the center we have our work area where we will be working with the project. On the left hand side we have all the tools that we will be using, like brushes, erasers, pens and whatnot. And on the right hand side, it's the panel area, and all of these panels have these tabs that are grouped together, which we will be adjusting in a minute. But so this is how the interface is divided. Coming back to the left hand side in the tool area, each icon represents a tool, and you can see there is this arrow, downward facing arrow. So what you need to do is click and hold down, and this arrow, what? Let's try this one. Okay, so this arrow is like serves as sort of a drop-down menu, and it opens up all the other tools in that category. Another amazing part about this is that if you have one of the latest versions, is that if you don't even know how to use the tool, if you just hover over it, they pretty much explain how the tool works. I don't know why you see. It'll give you like a demonstration of how this tool can be used. So even if you forget it, uh, you know, you can get a quick refresher. So almost the same thing goes with the panels. Like you can see, for example, over here we have layers, channels, and paths. But like, for example, if you come to layers, you see this area with the three lines. When you click on it, it will give us all the options regarding the layers panel. If I change it to paths, and I click on this, then I'll get more options related to that. Same goes for channels and whatnot. Okay, so now I'm gonna start moving this stuff around and start adjusting this panel area a little bit. So like I said, you can either copy my panel area so that it will be easier for you to follow along with me. On the other hand, if you already have your own flow, your own workflow or settings, so in that case, I will suggest that you just stick with that one. But okay, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the libraries panel. As important as this panel is, we don't need it at the beginning of the course right now. So I'm just gonna, just right click and then close. Over here we have a history tab, which is actually pretty important because as we go along in the course and we start working, every step we do is going to start appearing over here. They have these double arrows over here, which is pretty neat. So, like it's important, but I don't need to see it all the time. So when I need it, I just click on it. If I click on the double arrows, it just hides it back again. Next to the history tab, we have the colors and swatches, which are very important and we will use them very frequently. So I'm going to leave this over here. Over here, we have learning tab, which we don't need, so we can just close this. We have adjustment tab over here, but again, I rarely use this. So I'm just going to close it, but I don't want this whole category to disappear. So what we can do is, you know, among all these panels that you can see over here, there are many more. So if you want to see the new ones or the other ones, you just click on the window over here. You can see all these panels that are over here, and then you can just click them. So properties is one that I use a lot. So I'm just going to click on that and it pops up over here. One of the other cool things you can do with the panels is that you can just grab it and then you can move it around and you can place it wherever you want it to be. I like my properties panel to be around here. So I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to readjust it to be first. And then, like I said, because I don't use adjustments a lot, I'm just going to close this one. Now here towards the bottom, we have the layers panel, which is very important, so we'll keep it open. We have the channels, which is also very important when you're adding like multiple colors or multiple effects and stuff. Paths, well, I'm not gonna use it right now, so I'm just gonna close that one. Few of the other panels that I'm going to add will be, I really use brushes and brush settings a lot, so I'm just gonna add that. The cool thing about this is that they have added both the brush settings and the brush together. So I can just pick out the brushes and I can alter the settings from this one over here, but when I don't need it, I can just push them to the corner. Another one I use a lot is character. If your work has to do a lot with text, again, the character and the paragraph settings have been added. Again, when we don't need it, we could just push it to the side. Another one that we're going to be using a lot is, if your work has to do a lot with photographic adjustments, you're going to be using histogram a lot. So I'm going to add that. But I don't like it over here. I like it next to the properties. Uh, Histogram also opens the navigator, so we're going to have to put that here as well. But actually, yeah, I don't use navigator a lot, so I'm just gonna close that for now. And we have properties and histogram. And the last tab we will add is info. I'm gonna put it next to properties, but I'm gonna put it before histogram actually. Info is really important because it can give me information about every individual thing with its properties and its RGB color, its coordinates, its height, its width, and whatnot. And for now, this is all we will be needing. I mean, we are going to go along in this course and we will add more and more and more panels as the projects develop and get more and more, you know, increase in difficulty. But for now, this is all we will need. If you ever want, to save this workspace, all you need to do is go to the window, go to workspace, and you click on new workspace and then you put the name and then you click on save. And once you have done that, when you go back to window and workspace, you'll find the one over there. Like right now we are using Essentials default, but if I click on Hamza, it has changed it back to my workspace, which is exactly the same, the one I edited. So not much has changed, but well, this is how you can save your workspace. So now in coming videos, I'll be showing you some common tools, and you'll be using, those tools probably throughout your graphic design career. After that, we will also, work on some projects to get you used to those tools. And yeah, let's get to it. As this is an online course, and it's an ongoing course, more importantly, 1 or 2 videos will be added daily, so don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep up with the course. Let us know in the comment section how we can improve our courses so that we can have a more engaging educational experience. And yeah, let's get to it.